Hey my friends, welcome to Mountain Woman Radio. I'm your host, Tammy Trayer, and today is episode number 245. You can find that by going to mountainwomanradio.com/podcast-245 for the show notes. And today's topic, I pre-recorded this previously, and the topic is discernment on toxicity. So let's dive in. So, we've talked about the importance of questioning things and checking things and analyzing our thinking, analyzing what we are following, analyzing what we are thinking about. And also, I've mentioned our toxic exposure, right? Air, water, our surroundings, our food. And me being the canary that could easily be sent into the coal mine, today my eyes are extremely swollen. I purchased something off of eBay that was washed heavily and dried in fabric softeners and dryer sheets, and I washed it, and it was raining last night, so I kept it in the house, even after being washed. And I woke up with a majorly inflamed face. I truly know the level of toxicity in our world because I experience it every day if I leave my homestead. If I'm on my homestead, normally, it's clean. I'm not affected by things. But you bring things in from the outside world, and I know it sounds weird, but we do live a little different than everybody else. But that outside world is where all of you exist. And it's very toxic for me. I go to the city, and I come home, and I could sleep for 2 days straight. That doesn't normally happen unless we are working outside for a whole day, and then I just sleep good through the night, and I wake up invigorated. But that toxic load, the EMFs, it's hard for me, but what is even harder for me is knowing that you guys are affected by it, but you're just not fully seeing it because you're used to being inflamed, you're used to maybe waking up with headaches or aches and pains. I don't normally do that. I did, but I don't anymore. And I want to share something with you today. This is why I'm spontaneously jumping on here. Let me share something with you. See that mess? That is Suds Bubbles. Let me get down at this level so that you can see just how high it is. It's not just on the surface, it's bubbling up. That shouldn't be. And I know we're not the only ones seeing this. We follow a friend on YouTube, the boss of the swamp. And he's been seeing this stuff too. He's seeing it on his trees. We have a lot of pine trees here, but he's got a lot of the hardwoods. And his hardwood trees, when it rains, are producing this same garbage. So is this from Roundup that's being sprayed in the area? Is this from the chemtrails? What is that from? This isn't normal. This isn't something we've grown up seeing. And, as you look, you can see it going down the stream, the bubbles going down the stream. Down here, there's another catch pile of it down here. This is just ridiculous. I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in the wilderness here. I don't have what you guys have in your cities. Yet look at this stuff. Look at the elevation on that. Look, see what's happening? All those bubbles coming into this little catch-all, and they're just piling up. And there goes some more. We need to be aware. We need to be questioning. For those of you that are listening to the podcast, I encourage you to join me on the YouTube channel so you can see what I'm showing people. There are suds in my stream. This is a seasonal stream. But look, it's all the way down there. It's just bubbling up. Look at down there. It's just nuts. Right here in front of me. It looks like somebody dumped laundry soap in here. That shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I'm gonna spin this around. So, I know this is crazy, and I know that we are heading into the Christmas season. Today is the 23rd of December. And trust me, I am joyful. I am joyful that I live where I do. I'm joyful in all the amazing blessings that we receive, but I'm even more blessed by the truths and the promises that we are given by God, Jesus Christ. But I do care about you guys. And this concerns me. And this is exactly why I have been led to do what I'm doing in the healing and the wellness industry and arena. Because I had to heal myself from junk like this. And I'm still affected by junk like this. And it's frustrating that those chemicals have that effect on me and can, I've been the healthiest I've been in a very long time. So to wake up today and feel like a slug and be so swollen and inflamed, it's frustrating, but I know how to combat that. I know how to stay away from it. This is just a day. But I know that you guys are all waking up with aches and pains and headaches and migraines, and your hormones are out of balance. Many of you are trying to conceive children and you can't. You're packing on the weight no matter how much you exercise. That was me too. So, I care. I care because we have a world of sick people, and it's getting rid of this garbage in our surroundings, in our homes, as much as we possibly can. I know for some of you, you can't just pick up and leave the city, but you can make your four walls a really clean place. Trust me, you can. We did. We had to. And it was a progressive journey for many, many years before me getting sick, of just continuing to clean up everything. And then I got, I was sick for like 6 years before we figured out what was going on. And we were heavily cleaning up everything. And now we are super clean. But this is a perfect example that I can't just go out anymore and be able to go to a stream that in some cases out here are snow melt and mountain fed. And yes, there are springs. But can we even go to them and tap into them without running it through a filter anymore? I don't think so. Springs, maybe yes, if we're tapping right into the spring itself. But we need to be cautious and we need to be aware. And, as my Christmas present to you, I want to invite you to get on my calendar. I am doing a toxicity assessment in January. I have 50 slots open. And I want to help people understand their toxic load and understand what toxins are causing what. The things that they are experiencing in their body are because of this root cause. I know the answers to these things, and I can help you rebalance your body and gain your life back, and then have a clear picture of what you need to do in your four walls to make your life and your family's life healthier and clean. This is just one example, and the suds just keep piling up. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's not natural, guys. It's not natural. What's in these chemtrails? What's coming down upon us? What's entering our water? I'm not a negative Nelly by any stretch, but I am seeking knowledge, and I am willing and wanting to share it with you. So you can get on my calendar by going to faithledhealing.com/calendar. The second thing on the list in my calendar is a toxicity assessment. It's free. It's 30 minutes of your time on a Zoom call with me. Let me help you. Let me help you get rid of your aches and pains. Let me open your eyes to how you can clean up your four walls, within your four walls, and what you're putting on your body and what you're eating, so that you can avoid the dis-ease that our world has. So, yeah, this was heavy on my heart today. And not your normal holiday message, though it comes to you with deep love and gratitude, because I do treasure all of you and I do love all of you, and it hurts my heart when I'm out and I see people struggling with their health, with oxygen that they're having to carry with them, and unable to walk, and face rashes. This is all signs of toxic load, and it's all something that we can combat if we seek the knowledge and are seeking wisdom. And I want to share that with the world. So do know that I love you all, and do remember why we are celebrating this season. This has nothing to do with gifts, though I want to give you the gift of health and vitality and life. But this season isn't about gifts. It's about who was born to save us. And if you don't have a relationship with Jesus, with God, I'm going to tell you that's where it's at. That's where it starts. That's where a good life starts. I refer to him as Papa. We're like this. I was flat on my back for a year, and I spent that year growing closer to him. And if you don't have a relationship with him today, I want to encourage you to seek that relationship. And if you have questions or you want more knowledge, reach out to me at podcast@mountainwomanradio.com. Also, if you have topics that you'd like me to cover, I would love to hear from you. I will cover your topics on the air. So again, podcast@mountainwomanradio.com. I treasure you all. I'm wishing you a very blessed and Merry Christmas and a joyous, prosperous, healthy, happy New Year. And I want you to remember something very important. We have great control over our lives, our health, and how we spend our time. And if you feel like you're living in a life that you feel trapped and unable to make changes, I want you to know that you have total control. All you need to do is start shifting things. So I will be talking a lot about that here and in my faith-led healing community. You're welcome to join me there, faithledhealing.com/community. You can also join our faith-led living community by going to trayerwilderness.com/community. So I wish you all the best. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode in the new year. God bless. Again, thanks for joining me today on today's podcast. Again, this was episode number 245, and you can find that by going to mountainwomanradio.com/podcast-245. God bless.